Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on this tutorial that I have here, and it is a spring look. I probably should have been wearing a spring shirt, but I'm always in black. It's like black is me all year around. But we have enough color on my eyes to make up for this look. It's going to be super simple. I was getting a lot of questions. If you follow me on my blog channel, you know that a lot of you guys were asking me how I created this look. So I wanted to go ahead and bring this look to you guys and show you something that you guys can wear now that spring is here. But yeah, if you guys are interested in how I got this eye look, then just keep on watching. So I look like a crazy person. I look like a serious bum right now. My hair is not done or anything because I'm letting it air dry. I just got out of the shower, but I primed my eye with concealer already. Brows are done. Also, one of my eyes is finished just because I didn't want this video to be super long. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm actually gonna show you guys a few palettes for this look just because it was a variety of shades, so I didn't have a palette that had every single one of these shades. I'm gonna show you guys is my Z palette, neutral palette that I actually just made. If you guys follow me on Twitter and also on Snapchat, I was telling you guys that I made some Z palettes, and my goodness, I am so in love with them. Like, I want to make a whole video just all about my Z palettes. I didn't want to do too much of that because a lot of people, when they do them on YouTube, they do swatches and naming, all that stuff, but I literally just wanted to show you guys my palettes. So I'll probably do it on my blog channel just so I don't have to go into detail with every single shade, but I'll show you guys the palettes I created. But this one's one of my favorites. It's my neutral palette, and like you guys can see, it's all nudes and browns. Most of the colors that I use all the time are nudes and browns, so this is literally me, Evettexo, written all over this palette. And then I have another colorful palette that I made here. I made about 7 of them, and I still have some Makeup Geek shadows that I ordered. I ordered about 30 Makeup Geek eyeshadows, so I'm waiting for those to arrive so I can create a whole Makeup Geek palette for you guys. But enough rambling. I'm gonna go in there with the palette that I created, and I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It is the shade Fresh by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna apply this right under my brow bone. So the palette that I'm gonna be using the most is going to be the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. I'm gonna go in with the shade Burnt Orange. Using my Makeup Shack T46 brush, I'm going to apply this all over my crease. So next, grabbing my Morphe R34 brush and the color Red Orc, I'm gonna apply this right in my crease as well. We're gonna blend those two colors together. So everybody's at Coachella. I've never been, but I'm definitely going to make it next year. Just looks like a lot of fun. I don't know if I would go to like the night parties though, but the daytime parties they look super fun. After we've applied that shade, we're going to go in with Love Letter, and we're just going to grab that same brush, the R34 brush, and we're gonna go in there and just brighten it up a little bit. The Red Orchid is a little bit darker, so I do want to just bring out more of that purple tone. So we're just gonna go in there and lightly blend those two colors together. So once we have our colors mixed in, our main goal was blending, so definitely spend a lot of time blending. I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to cut my crease. I'm gonna go in there with Morphe M705 brush and some foundation or concealer, your preference. I actually don't know where my foundation's at right now, so I'm just gonna go in there with some concealer. So once we've created our cut crease, we're going to just tap it with our finger. This is just gonna set everything together, and then I'm gonna blur out this end here. This is gonna just make it easier to blend in that purple. You have to make sure it's nice and dry because I've had cut creases where I think it's dry and then I apply shadow and then it turns black. So you definitely want to make sure that that little corner is nicely blended. So using your finger definitely helps blend that out easier. So for the blue shade that we're going to be going in there, this is another palette that I created. And I'm going to be going in with this blue right in this corner. And it's a pastel light turquoise color. This shade is called Breakfast at Tiffany's. And it is a Coastal Scents color. I haven't used Coastal Scents in a really long time, so I'm excited to incorporate that color into today's look. So I'm gonna just dab the color. I'm just grabbing a really small brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics, and it's just a little flat brush. We're going to drag it about halfway because we are gonna be adding purple in between. That is a lot of blue in this eye. I actually feel like just blue itself looks beautiful. So if you want to just do a whole blue look, that works too. I'm going to go in there with a Morphe R34 brush, and I'm going to grab your preference of purple. I'm going to go in with more of a magenta shade. This shade is also from Coastal Scents, and it is a Hot Pot M08. So I'm gonna go in there, and it's just this purple magenta shade, and I'm going to work that in to my outer V and bring it in halfway so the blue and the purple meet. Our main goal here is just to make sure that everything blends very seamlessly. Now to finish off the look, I'm going to grab a small flat brush. This one's the Morphe M142 brush, and I'm gonna grab the new Morphe highlights. This one is in the shade Stardust, and it's the white one. If you follow me on Instagram, also on Snapchat, I did post it on my story. I'm gonna grab this shade, and it has like a purple, I don't know, it's kind of weird. When you spray it, it kind of has like a greenish but purple tone. So I am gonna put some setting spray. I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna grab some of that color, and I'm going to apply it gently on top of the lid. So this is gonna be in between where the blue and the purple are. And I'm just going to gently apply it. And this is literally just going to finish off the look and bring everything together. It seriously looks so freaking pretty. That's why when I was telling you guys on Snapchat, when I saw that color, I was like, I probably wouldn't use it as a highlight, but I know it's gonna look absolutely stunning as a shadow. So now moving on to liquid liner. I'm just going to apply my liquid liner. I'm not really comfortable doing it on camera just yet. Sometimes it comes out good, sometimes it doesn't, and I really don't want to mess up this look today. So I'm gonna just do my liner, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my liner and also applied my lashes. These lashes are from Makeup Shack in the name Sienna. So I already did my lashes, and now I'm gonna go in there and do my face. For my face, before anything, I'm gonna go in there with the Becca Shimmy Skin Perfector. I've used this before, and I absolutely love the finish that it leaves on my skin. It's honestly amazing for summer, because if you're trying to get that really glowy skin, you can apply this all over your skin, or even mix it in with your foundation, and it's gonna give you the perfect glow. But since it's a spring look, I definitely really want my skin to look very glowy. So we're gonna go ahead and add this, and this is Opal. So we're gonna apply this all over my skin. The brush that I'm using is the Morphe Y5 brush. You apply this with just like a really neutral eye color and a very bronzed just face, you're gonna look like you're glowing for the gods. My skin already is super shiny, so I'm gonna go in there with my Hourglass foundation in Warm Beige. I'm gonna do a review on the LA Girl Pro foundation. I actually haven't tried it. I want to do a first impressions, but I need to figure out which one's my shade first. I have to go through all the other ones, but that shade, I mean the foundation, I've been hearing so many good things about it, so I'm super excited to try it out. I'm gonna wet my beauty blender with some setting spray and work this into my skin. Moving on to concealer, my holy grail Tarte Shape Tape. I have yet to find an alternative of concealer that works for me. So we're gonna stick with the basics as far as concealer goes until I find this one, and NARS are my go-to right now. But I am definitely looking at different options. To set my face, I'm gonna use the Airspun in Translucent, and using my sponge, the back end of my sponge, I'm going to set my under eye. I love how thick this powder is. I just started using it again. I had forgot how freaking bomb it was. I'm just gonna set my whole face with my powder from MAC. For my bronzer, I'm gonna go in there with Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced, and the brush that I'm gonna be using is the Y3 brush. The shade that I'm using is medium to deep. So I am gonna go in there and clean up the bronzer as well with my beauty blender and some powder. I'm gonna just cut the bottom. Also add some around my smile lines. So I'm gonna go in there with my Morphe E45 brush and grabbing some bronzer. I'm going to put 2 straight lines down, connect it at the tip, and blend. Then I'm going to clean it up with some translucent powder. And I look a little crazy. I'm gonna go in there with all of the shades that we used from the Modern Renaissance palette and apply them right under my eye just to help it pop. So I'm gonna go with Burnt Orange, and then we're gonna mix the red and the Love Letter together. That looks beautiful. I'm gonna go in there with Dose of Colors Eye Crayon in the color Hint of Mint, and I'm going to apply this on my waterline, and it's a mint color. Also gonna go in there with some mascara. I'm gonna be using the Bad Gal Bank Mascara by Benefit. I finished the big tube, so I'm onto the little tube. They sent me a whole mascara of a mini and a full one, and of course I ran out, so I had to grab my little mini one, but I have to definitely go and restock. This mascara is life. So grabbing my Morphe Y10 brush, I'm just gonna dust everything off. I'm gonna go back in there with the Morphe Highlight in Stardust, and I'm going to apply this on my inner tear duct. Oh, look how pretty that looks. So now I'm just gonna set my whole face together with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I definitely wanted to apply a lot of setting spray. Now I'm gonna go in with another Morphe highlight, and this one is in the shade Extra, and it's just a pretty gold highlight. I'm gonna grab my Makeup Shack T89 brush and apply this on the top of my cheekbones, as well as my nose and Cupid's bow. You guys see how glowy and fresh my face looks. Now we're gonna go in there with lipstick. I'm gonna line my lip with the shade Strip Down by MAC and the color Yash on top, more towards the center, and then I'm gonna add a gloss with the shade Amber Lip Gloss by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Once I've applied my lip liner, I'm gonna go in there with my lipstick. And now top it off with amber. I'm just going to go curl my hair and I will be right back. And my hair is all done. This is the finished look. Clean up nice, huh? This is gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.